How are you doing today?
Man,
It's good seeing you today. Everything all right?
Yes, sir. Where'd you get that suit, Dr. Haney? I'm looking for one, that color. Just like that. We don't wear the same size,
No, you know we don't. It's good seeing you, though. I'm glad you were able to make it with us today.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do, we're going to deal with Brown versus the Board of Education and education at the 21st century, and so which will give you an opportunity to look at Brown, you know, to look at 1954, make some statements that you wish to make in reference to prior to 1954, what was going on in terms of black folks in education, and then to deal with, during that second segment, to deal with
how they brought that about.
Well, you don't have to. We don't. Only thing we're concerned about Brown is that Brown started a new thing in terms of public education in the United States. I mean, it started a new thing in terms of the South, integration, and that kind of thing. You see, but prior to integration in public schools, integration did not occur all over the South because of Brown, and we know that. You see, but what we're saying here is that Brown is a signal from a national point of view that there should be what? Integration in public education. Now, it didn't work out in 1954, and it's still not working out in a real sense up until this day. But nevertheless, Brown is a starting point because prior to Brown, you talk about what? The separation, you see, and Selma and all that situation was prior to Brown, and might be after Brown too. You see, the situation was as bad after Brown a long time. And if we follow what's going on today in society, we know that some people still did not move to Brown yet. Some people are still doing the things that...
And that opportunity has been missed. So a lot of it, the shift means that people more on their own homeschool. You know, education is taking on a new path.
New thing. That's right. But
in Uniontown, Alabama, when segregation came about, the schools, the European Americans started new schools in Christian schools, and you know, so
those are the kind of things that we want to talk about when we get started. So we've got this is the last show for today, and so we've got a few minutes before we start. We're supposed to start this at 1:45. What time is it?
Got about 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
4 minutes. And the other thing to mention, Dr. Haney, is when you mentioned 54, see what happened in 55 is there was Brown versus Board of Education, the National Baptist Convention. Dr. Townsend, Dr. What's his name? Dr. Duke McCall, Southern Baptist. All these people were on board to make Brown Board of Education a national education holiday. And see, that's where they missed it. And that's important.
Okay, well, so you want to talk about that?
Oh, that's the main thing. Helping to get back on track here now. Yes.
Okay, well, very good. So what we'll do, we'll wait until we get the signal, and meanwhile, we have a hot mic. You're also being taped right now. You see the cameras are still running now.
So this will be played? Will this be played?
This will be part of it, but it won't be played. You see, this will be part of the See, because what is going to be played will be the show itself.
Okay.
You see,
yeah.
But what I'm doing is doing this because
yes.
this is I want this part as well.
Yes, and because you know when I discovered that May 17, 1954 was supposed to be our first national education holiday, it just done something to me. I saw how far behind we were and saw how we went the wrong path for education.
And so your contention is that instead of Brown versus Board of Education holiday in reference to the African American experience in the United States education, you would think that there might be something else that was more significant than Brown. Do you think that there's something more significant in Brown in terms that should have received the kind of emphasis that we are now putting on Brown?
Yes, and one was Dr. Duke McCall, the president of Southern Baptist Convention in Kentucky, said that the idea of a national holiday in education after the decision of Brown versus Board of Education is the wisest idea he had heard at some time. And Dr. Medacon Johnson at Howard University, Bishop Mason, the Church of God in Christ, Dr. Townsend, so all these guys was on board to make that happen. And if we had got that holiday, and this is what is disturbing to me, is that nobody wants to talk about this. The NAACP was a part of it, you know, but today they want to look back at the area where there was a dissension that rose between Dr. J.H. Jackson and Dr. MLK Jr. So that created the split of the convention, and so the education took another route, you know. And that's where we are.
Now, what would you suggest